And now, if it is trending, of course, you're going to find it right here on Virus and Trend. Welcome to Virus and Trend for today, August 10th, 2026. And my name is Marian Delekwe. Let's look at the stories trending across social media, or should I say, making a buzz across social media. The wife of Osun State Governor Titi Adeleke yesterday led women in a peaceful protest demanding a credible and violence-free August 15 governorship election in Osun State. I mean, you can fault her. Mrs. Adeleke now was joined by Commissioner for Women Affairs, Ayobola Awolowo, and Special Advisor to the Governor on Market Affairs, Eniola Omotosho. And of course, the protesters carrying placards marched from the government house to the police headquarters. And of course, speaking during the protest, the governor's wife said the demonstration was to demand a peaceful election, noting that the killings and rising tension should end. We want a peaceful, free, fair, and credible election come 15th of August. And of course, their message is clear. That is what they've said. They want peaceful, fairness, and they describe as a neutral police force ahead of the election on Saturday. In case you missed it, I've done all the scrolling for you. Let's take a look at the moment where this protest happened in Osun State. In Osun State, we need peace in Osun. You can hear the women chanting in that peaceful protest in Osun State yesterday. Social media's got comments. Let's look at some of those comments that did come in. At Mr. Steven says, a peaceful election starts before election day. Allegations of intimidation and violence deserve credible investigation, not political dismissal. That's from Mr. Steven on X. Also, at Chudi Chris also commented, when women are marching because they fear more killings before an election, politics has already gone too far. Osun voters deserve ballots, not bloodshed. Indeed, indeed. We deserve, the people of Osun and Nigerians as a whole now deserve a violence-free election, not a bloodshed. Bring the ballot boxes, put your vote, and move ahead. But still on Virus and Trend now, in Osun State, still in Osun now, the state professor Ernest Ereke says the upcoming governorship election could provide an important insight into what Nigerians may see in the forthcoming 2027 elections. According to Ereke, many of the same issues that have shaped previous elections are still driving the process. He says the election also presents an opportunity for the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is the INEC now, to test its ability, to implement and enforce reverse electoral guidelines. And he's got words. Let's take a look at what he said.
But in Osogbo, it is interesting to note that out of about 27 electoral violence incidents recorded, 15 of them, there were 15 fatalities. Now, making Osogbo the epicenter of this electoral and political violence in this. So whatever we are seeing, is giving us an insight into what politicians would likely be doing in the run-up to the 2027 general elections.
And this comment from him has caused this video to trend across social media, and that's why you're finding it right here. And some comment did come in. Let's take a look at some. At bcup_Michael says, Osun could be a real warning sign for 2027. If INEC can enforce the rules fairly and prevent violence and intimidation, here it would build much needed confidence going into the bigger election. Like they say, it's a litmus test now. At Smarts also commented, you people speak grammar too much without results. Same topic every election cycle. Which are you burdened by? Is it the grammar or what is happening in same election cycle? That comment is from Smart Client for Real on X. But for that, from that story to another trending story on our list this morning, for many Nigerians now, elections are about choosing leaders. I mean, elections are dominating social media, especially with Osun State election is just 4 days or 3 days away now. Saturday, August 15, they head to the polls. But for people struggling to survive, the reality can be very different now. Dr. Obi Ezekwesili is putting the spotlight on the difficult economic conditions that can influence how people vote. Ezekwesili argues that when members of the middle class tell poor Nigerians to not sell their votes, they be speaking from a position of privilege. She says many poor citizens do not see a clear picture that tomorrow will be better. And according to her, the political class benefits when the system remains weak. Let's take a look.
They live for the day, okay? They live for a day. When you look at the household income, the statistical significance of anything that they are given, whether in kind or in cash, really takes a different decision point. And that decision point basically is you the elite, have 4 years. We have 1 day. That 1 day that they can increase the pie of the day's earnings so is sufficient to make a decision. And so when the middle class, rebuke the really poor, by the way, 62% by virtue of our national statistics. So we're at more than 130 million of our citizens in that bracket. Yeah. And so when they make those decisions and the elite, the middle class elite, disdainfully say to them, why are you selling your vote? You're selling your future. It's actually elite.
That is the voice of Obi Ezekwesili. If you're listening to us via the radio, Real 99.3 FM, but if you're tuned to us via YouTube channel, you can see her right in that television interview. But comments have come in, and let's take a look at some of that comments now. At Koto Saru says, as much as I agree with her, this is not what we should be discussing on a national television, because right now, it sounded like excuse for those selling their future because they want today's gratification. All right. Additional Sam also commented, she makes it sound as though a large portion of votes in Nigeria are simply bought. But the reality is more complicated than that. Cash and gifts around elections are certainly a problem. But not everyone receiving money on election day is an ordinary voter being paid to change their vote. Political parties also mobilize and provide money, food, transportation, and other supports to their members and agents. That is another take on that side. But there's another conversation trending online, a conversation that has gone beyond politics. It's sparking opinions and reactions online. It's about religion. And you know how religion politics can, spark a lot of debate. Identity and who gets to claim Nigeria, as we have Prophet Isa El-Buba, who is criticizing Islamic cleric Sheikh Yahya Jiga over comments attributed to him about Christians and the idea of a Muslim ticket. I did bring this story to you yesterday, and now we have a prophet replying, the Imam. He's reacting to the comment. Prophet Isa is now saying that such statement deepen religious division at a time when the North is already dealing with serious security challenges. Let me take you to that moment where all of these comments were made.
I'm coming to every Nigerian with a very serious, heavy heart, because I thought that at this stage of our lives, especially when we're getting older, we should begin to think about Nigeria and how we can all live together in peace. As of today, I have supported over 10,000 Muslims across northern Nigeria. They have no relationship with me at all. Whether it is the school of their children, whether it is their housekeeping, it is home issues and all of that.
And that's the voice of Prophet El-Buba reacting to what Sheikh Yahya Jiga has said earlier before today. But then that video with that soundtrack to make you pay attention is now generating online conversation, with Nigerians debating whether religious leaders should stay away from divisive political rhetoric or openly express their political views. Let's take a look at some of the comments that you did put out on social media now. We have at Shai on X says, "Thank you, Prophet Isa. You are indeed a true Christian that will not let evil pass without speaking out against it. Thank you for standing with and defending your Christian faith." At Sam Chester also commented, Parody, 2 sitting governors were sitting there when the cleric made such statement, and it didn't occur to them to say anything. Hope the Christians communities are taking note. Taking note of what especially? Let's not begin a Christian or Muslim war. Not at all. We don't need that at all. Let's live together as one Nigeria. And to wrap up Virus and Trend this morning, now trending on the international scene, a powerful earthquake is leaving a trail of destruction. At least 132 people have died and more than 480 injured, and authorities declare a state of emergency. The magnitude 7.4 earthquake strikes at about 7:34 in the morning at local time at a depth of about 103 kilometers. The tremor is felt across a wide area in western Colombia. And of course, this has got reactions because this video has been making the rounds on social media. At Mr. Steven commented, "A peaceful election." Apologies for that. At the comment now, at It's Me Berry commented on that video saying been through every type of disaster there. Last one was in SLC in 2018, maybe early 2019, right before COVID. And of course, but not everything was locked down. Was not fun. Did not like it. Floor felt like walking on a Play-Doh, and that was like a 4.7. I'm sorry, Colombia. That's a comment from someone on X. And with that comment, we'll definitely be wrapping up Virus and Trend this morning. Many thanks for being part of it. It comes your way every morning on the morning edition.